So, guys, I am terribly sorry for what happened. My storage ran out, as I said on the description of the very last video with the Intergalactic Championship match. So the winner of that was Sami Zayn. A really good match. He done like a meteor to Zayn outside, diving through the second ropes, and then he got him in the ring. He was gonna go for another Pardon My Sunrise, um, but he was gonna do another Pardon My Sunrise from the top turnbuckle, and then Zayn quickly got up and done a haluva kick, stiffed him, and then picked him off the turnbuckle, swung him, and he swung him round and turned it into a blue thunder bomb for the 1, 2, 3. That's how he won. And then So yeah, there was a good match. They shook hands at the end after the end of the match. And the main event match was Kevin Nash and Johnny Bronson rematch. Kevin Nash won. It was a short. It was like a mid match. It wasn't long. It wasn't short like a squash match. But basically Kevin Nash won. The match. It was a good match. He tried to retain the Shattered Championship, and then so at the end of it, Psycho Sid pulled Shane out with like pool of his own blood, and he was covered in cold blood. Shane was all over his face, his own like blood all over his face. And like he was like on about Vince. This is the consequences of Vince, like banning me from ringside to help my buddy out. Like that's not his thing to do. It's Shane's, and like Shane even allowed it. At the end of it, and also before Psycho Sid come out with Shane, Scott McIntyre backwards claymored Kevin Nash to leave him knocked out, and he picked up the Shattered title, and like said, "You're not having a break, because champions don't take breaks. So I will see you at Money in the Bank," because obviously he won. He's a former legacy champ, so he's trying to use that opportunity to get a guaranteed Shattered Championship win, because it's like obviously that thing with the legacy title where whoever wins it, once they've lost it, at some point in their career in the future, we don't know when, but they are guaranteed winning another title. That could be it. You don't know. It's happened for Jake the Snake so far. He's the only man at the minute. Because he's double champ. He's cross-brand tag champ with Randy Summers, and he's 24/7 champ. So yeah, the Snake Pit. And then that's when Sarkozy come out. He was looking for another backwards game before. Nah, let's not get involved. I'll wait for Bank. I'm not getting involved in their mess. You know, that's for McMahon to deal with. And then basically, the exclusive was Vince storming into the hangout like locker room where like every superstar is like random superstars chill and hang out after the show, and there was 5 guys in there. Those 5 guys were DDP, Grayson Waller, Macho Man, Apollo Crews, and Mount Everon. The 5 guys that were in there, they were doing their own thing, and Vince said, "Right, all you 5 guys get a once in a lifetime opportunity and a chance to become Shattered Champion if you beat Psycho Sid in a 5-man gauntlet match next show. Whoever beats him out of you 5 will get a shot for the Shattered title the show after that." Because he really wants Kevin Nash to be dethroned. He wants to make him the shortest reign. He wants to make him like have a short, like he wants to make him have like non-stop, no breaks, and like non-stop challenges for the title to try and make him pay for what he did to Shane. Just going back and forth by making him lose the Shattered title. So Yeah, and so it may be like Scott versus not Kevin Nash. It might be Scott versus someone else that wins. If someone wins the one match, also because it might win and save Kevin Nash a defense that he has to do, save him the trauma of overworking, as Kevin Nash says. But you can never overwork when you're champion. But obviously, Kevin Nash did state that he wants to have more defenses than Lashley. So, he wants to be like a good champ. No, that was Kane actually. Speaking of that, Kane said he wants to be better than Bobby Lashley. He wants to be the next Bobby Lashley in a backstage segment. But, and he was like raging because everything's falling apart. The plan didn't go to action with Vampiro winning the crown. Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's upset that he's not going anywhere. And he had still not got a title. And but then Rosie come in, confronted him because of the past with Bloodline and Kane. And he was like, yeah, that's exactly how it feels for me. I've been injured, I've been bruised, battered, beaten. My whole family's torn down because of you. The one moment I truly could become tribal chief of Rebellion. The reason why Reigns chose me is because he saw that I can do it. I can do main event things. The moment I did, I stood by my family's side and held up that title. It all got took away from me in a flash. The moment I got it, quicker than I got it. Kane said like, and then Kane was on about. Kane backchatted him and like was saying, yeah, you've already done all that. You've already done what you wanted to achieve. You've ticked all them off your list. You've been a main event champ. You've wanted to witness it with your family by your side. You've done it. So what more do you want? Get to the back of the line like everyone else. Get to the back of the line where you came from. He was like, well, so Kane's not satisfied in giving Rosie another chance. But Rosie's not having it. He's sending threats and messages. He walked out and said, you watch where you're going. You watch who you bump into, and you watch your everyday roundup. You watch your whereabouts and where you go. Because if you bump into me, bad things are coming. So yeah, that was that. And then I think the last thing that happened was Zayn saying like he's gonna open a bracket and choose another like two. He's got two people in mind. He was to fight next show in a triple threat match that he's handpicked for a triple threat match for his intergalactic title. People that are old and want to feel young, or people who've got it before, people who's tried for it and never got it, people who's never been champ. So and people he feels that's in that mindset and ready to move on, ready to be free, ready to start a new chapter. So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. That's pretty much everything I've covered. Yeah, I mean, something did happen on Destiny. It's like cross-brand. So like, obviously, so Dolph was doing a promo about he feels dissed in himself that he's not been active as the Royal Rumble winner. Montez Ford come out on mine. Of who's heel, and he said about like, yeah, you dare disrespect a Royal Rumble winner like that. That's why it should have been taken to guys like me. That's why it should have been given to me. And they started like each having like, I can't remember all of it, but because it went back and forth, but basically they stiffed each other in words. Ziggler called him just a tag star that would never be singles. They back-chatted each other, trash talked, and then Ziggler once said, I'm ready to fight. You've got a problem with me, I'm ready to fight. And then Montez was like, you want to see a fight? The fans want to see a fight? I'm ready to throw hands. You're ready to throw hands off, and so are these three. Because Big Daddy V was with him. And Shad, because they're a team. think they're called the street. Is it the Street Crew? Street Swag. They're called the Street Swag. Shad named them that. The Street Swag. One says forward Big Daddy V and Shad. So all of them three were doing like a sort of Hounds of Justice Shield thing where they surround the ring. Dolph didn't care. He took off his jacket. He was ready to square up and throw hands. That's exactly what happened. But before the numbers game took advantage on Ziggler, the numbers game helped Dolph Ziggler by Mark. So basically, Mark Henry come out, Angelo Dawkins come out because Angelo's got a problem with Ford, with that rivalry, and Mark Henry has a problem with Big Daddy V for the rivalry. So makes sense. 3-on-3. Those two had those two teams and 6 guys had a massive brawl. Vince was like, yeah, me and Shane's discussed that. Like, the one way to settle this all, I've had enough of you two fighting. Angelo and Ford have had enough of you two. Shad and Dolph fighting. I've had enough of you two, Mark Henry and V, fighting all the time, constantly. So how about this? We just end this there. You guys just stop fighting each other, and you wait till Money in the Bank in a traditional elimination tag team match. So it's going to be like it's going to be a 3-on-3 elimination tag team match for the first ever time in CRL. It's either going to be on Destiny's or mine. Probably Destiny's, maybe, because that's where usually the crossbar matches are. He's in there, guys. So yeah, that's going to be a Money in the Bank. I love how they're not in Money in the Bank. I love how Ziggler's active. So, yeah. Stay tuned. Huh? Yeah. Bye. Sorry about my storage, guys.